Limits feel like walls in your life. These limits are like stories you heard and believed. You told them to yourself many times, then they became like rules and then like walls. But these walls are not real. They feel real, but they are made of ideas and beliefs. If you made these walls, you can take them down. You can break out. Why? Because greatness is inside you. Not far away, but in you now. It is waiting for you to use it. The only thing stopping you is your choice to stop living by limits that do not help you anymore. When you see limits as choices, not facts, your life can change. You decide what is possible. This is how you start to break through. But many people stay inside their limits. It feels comfortable. This comfort zone feels safe, but it is a trap. It keeps you from great things. Greatness is outside the comfort zone. Something inside you knows you are more than these limits. You feel that greatness is possible for you. Maybe you feel scared, but deep inside you know there is more. This knowing is the beginning. When you start to ask about your limits, they become weaker. When you look at them, they can break. When you decide not to live by them, they can fall. What is left is your power that was waiting. This is about your truth. It is about finding the greatness inside you. It is about questioning every limit, every wall, every label. They do not have to define you forever. You do not need permission or perfection. You need a decision. A strong promise to yourself. A promise to use your full ability, to stop being small and start being great now. Everything changes when you see limits as chances. Most people stop when they feel uncomfortable or afraid. They think, this is my limit. But feeling uncomfortable is like a door. Fear is a sign you are close to changing. We are often taught uncomfortable feelings are bad. We avoid mistakes and want safety. So we make goals smaller. We dream based on our past, not our ability. This makes limits strong. But your comfort zone is a trap. It keeps you small. Everything special is outside it. The real change is asking, how much feeling uncomfortable will I take for the life I want? The distance to greatness is about how much uncomfortable feeling you can handle. This feeling can be not knowing, people not agreeing, or failing. That is okay. Failure is part of growing. Mistakes make you stronger. You build strength to keep going. Most people do not fail because they cannot do it. They fail because they do not keep moving when it is hard. They think hard days mean they should stop. But hard days mean you are changing, and change feels uncomfortable. How will you react? Go back to comfort or step forward? Be okay with uncomfortable feelings. It can be a sign you are moving towards something real. Every time you push through, you get stronger. Limits are the edge of your comfort. If you feel what others avoid, you can become what others do not. You overcome limits by changing who you believe you are. Your actions match your identity. If you believe you give up, you will. If you believe you can, you will. Change your identity. Tell a new story about yourself based on the future you want. Identity is not fixed. You can build a new one. It starts with words. What you say about yourself guides your mind. If you say negative things, your life matches. Your mind believes what it hears most. What do you say to yourself? Does it help you? Change it today. Start saying, I am the person who keeps going. It might feel strange, but you were already telling yourself limits. Tell a story that helps you grow. Your identity will follow. Identity also needs proof. Every time you act when it is hard, you prove you are the type who does not quit. These actions add up. Be consistent. Your mind trusts the new story. It feels normal. growth continues. It feels like your life, you are living greatness. This happens when you look at who you decide to be, not where you were. Your past is training, use it. You stop feeling behind, you are on time. Greatness asks, are you ready now? Now. 2. Your walls can fall. Think about the limits in your life. They are not hard physical walls. They are more like invisible lines or ideas in your head. These ideas started a long time ago. Maybe someone told you something or you saw something happen. You started to think these ideas were true. You believed them and you repeated them to yourself, maybe without even knowing. When you repeat a thought many times, it becomes very strong in your mind. It becomes like a rule for you, and these rules build walls around you. These walls might feel very, very real. They might feel like a part of you. You have memories that seem to prove they are true. Your daily actions might show these limits are there, but they are not permanent. They are not natural laws like gravity. They are ideas that you helped build with your thoughts and beliefs. If you built these walls, you can also take them down. You have the power to change these self-made limits. You can break out of the space you created. Greatness is not something far away or hard to find. It is inside you now. It is waiting to come out. The main thing stopping it is living inside limits that do not serve you well. Many people stay inside their limits because it feels comfortable. It feels safe. This is called the comfort zone. It feels like a good place, a familiar place. It seems easier to stay here than to risk trying new things that might be hard or scary. So people stay in their comfort zone. They make their limits seem okay. They tell themselves these limits are the real truth about them. And because they believe this, their life does not change much. But the comfort zone is not truly safe for growth. It is like a beautiful cage. It might protect you from some problems, yes, but it also stops you from seeing all the good possibilities. It stops you from feeling small pains, but it also stops you from reaching for greatness. Anything special, anything powerful, anything truly memorable is found outside this comfortable place. Stepping outside your comfort zone is the first important step to break free from your limits. When you do this, it will not always feel good. You will feel discomfort. You might feel unsure. You might feel fear. These feelings are normal and important. Discomfort is often a sign that you are doing something new and growing. From a young age, we are often taught to avoid feeling bad. We learn to avoid failure, so we learn to make our goals smaller to fit what feels safe. We stop dreaming big dreams based on what we can become. We start dreaming based only on what we did in the past. But you can choose to be different. You can choose to face the discomfort. You can choose to step to the edge and beyond. The distance between your current life and the greatness you feel inside is not talent or time. It is how much discomfort you are willing to go through. Be ready for not knowing everything. Be ready for others to doubt you. Be ready for failure. Failure is not the end. It is part of the path. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something important. You become stronger inside. When you decide that your limits are not fixed facts but choices you can change, your life starts to shift. You can choose your own rules. You can choose who you want to be. You can take back your own power. This is the moment you start to break through. The walls you built, stone by stone with your thoughts and beliefs, can fall. Your limits are not forever. The power to change is inside you. Step out of the place that feels safe but keeps you small. This is where your real growth begins. 3. Be brave with fear. When you start to move outside your comfort zone, things often feel uncomfortable. This feeling is not a sign that you should stop. It is often a sign that you are growing. Think about learning something new, like riding a bike. You might fall. It feels strange and maybe a little scary at first, but falling is part of learning. Getting back up is how you get better. Many people learn to avoid feeling bad. From a young age, we are sometimes taught that fear is bad. We learn that failing is something to avoid. This can make us want to stay in places that feel safe and easy, but staying only where it feels safe keeps us small. It keeps us from seeing what else is possible. The way to do bigger things and find the greatness inside you is to face these feelings. This means you need to be brave with fear. It means you need to accept that you will not always know what will happen. This is called uncertainty. It also means accepting that sometimes people will say no to you or not understand you. This is called rejection. The path to growing stronger and achieving more involves these things. It is not a straight, easy road without bumps. When you try something new and it does not work, this is called failure. Failure is not the end of the road. It is a step on the road. Each time you fail, you learn something important. You learn what did not work. You can use that lesson to try again in a different way. Imagine trying to solve a difficult puzzle. If one piece does not fit, you do not give up on the whole puzzle. You try a different piece or a different place. Failure is like finding a piece that does not fit right now. Facing challenges and failing helps you build something important inside you. It is called resilience. Resilience is like inner strength. When you go through hard times and keep going, you build this strength. Each challenge you meet and move through makes you a little stronger for the next one. You learn that you can handle difficult feelings and situations. Your ability to deal with discomfort grows. What felt very hard before starts to feel more possible. Fear is like a signal. It tells you that you are close to a place where you can change and grow. If you feel fear, it means you are at the edge of your current limits. Instead of stopping, you can see fear as an invitation to step forward. When you do this, you do not avoid the hard feelings. You learn to be with them. You breathe through them. You keep taking steps even when it feels difficult. This practice helps you build grit. Grit is the ability to keep going even after the first excitement is gone, even when things are hard. It is showing up not because it is easy, but because you have decided this is who you are, someone who keeps going. Over time, facing discomfort, uncertainty, rejection, and failure changes you. You learn that these are not reasons to stop. They are part of the journey. They are the ways you learn, get stronger, and build resilience. You learn that you can handle more than you thought. Your comfort zone starts to get bigger. Things that felt scary before now feel less so. You are learning to be brave not by having no fear, but by acting even when you do feel afraid. This is how you move towards the greatness that is waiting for you. 4. Tell a new story. True change is not just about changing what you do. It is about changing who you believe you are. Think about it. Your actions usually match the story you tell yourself about yourself. For example, if you think, "I am not good at sports," it is hard to try hard in sports. If you think, "I always quit," you will likely quit when things get difficult. This story you have about yourself is called your identity. This identity often comes from the past. Maybe someone told you something. Maybe you failed one time. You heard a story, you believed it, and you repeated it. Over time, this story became who you think you are. It became your identity, like an old coat you wear every day. But your identity is not fixed like a stone. You can change it. You built the story you have now through repeating thoughts and actions. You can build a new story in the same way. How do you build a new story? It starts with what you say to yourself in your head. This is your internal talk. If your internal talk is negative, saying things like "I can't" or "this is too hard for me," it supports the old story. To change, you need to choose a new story, a story that helps you grow. It is a story about the person you want to be. You must start saying this new story to yourself. Repeat it often. For instance, if the old story is "I am not a disciplined person," the new story could be "I am the kind of person who finishes what I start." Say this to yourself. At first, it might feel strange or not true. But remember, the old negative story was also not the full truth about what you are capable of. If you are going to tell yourself a story, choose one that makes you stronger, one that helps you rise. Your actions are also important for building this new identity. Every time you act like the person in your new story, it is like taking a step forward. If your new story is "I am someone who takes care of my health," and you choose a healthy meal, you are giving power to that new identity. These small actions, done often, build proof for your new story. They show your mind that the new story is real. Think of your past. Your past actions and experiences gave you lessons, but they do not have to decide your future. Your history is a record of what happened, not a rule for what is possible for you now. See your past as training, not as a cage holding you back. When you start living from this new identity, when your actions match the story you want to be true, things feel different. It stops feeling like a hard fight to change. It starts to feel more natural. You are not just trying to do new things, you are becoming a new person. Overcoming limits is not just about changing your behavior. It is about changing the deep belief of who you are. By telling yourself a new, strong story and showing it with your actions, you build a new identity that helps you live the life you want. Your past does not define you. You decide who you are now and in the future. 5. Be true to you. You have worked to change your old stories. You have started to build a new picture of who you are. Now the change can feel less like hard work and more like just being you. This is a big step. It is like walking easily instead of trying hard to run. This happens when what you see for yourself, what you believe inside, and what you do every day are all working together. We call this alignment. Think of alignment like a compass that points you in the right direction. When your thoughts, feelings, and actions match, you feel strong and clear. You don't have to fight yourself to do things. Things feel natural. But when these parts don't match, when your vision doesn't align with your actions, life can feel heavy. You might feel tired or lost. This feeling is a sign that you need to look inside. Keeping this alignment needs attention. It is not something you do one time. It is like checking your compass every day. You need to take time often to look at yourself honestly. Ask simple questions. Am I doing what is important to me? Are my actions showing who I want to become? Am I living the story I want to tell? It takes courage to be truly honest with yourself. It is easy to look away or pretend things are fine. But avoiding this honesty can make life feel difficult. As you grow and change, you will see parts of the old you. These might be old habits or ways of thinking. You need to be okay with letting these old versions go. They helped you before, maybe, but now they might stop you from moving forward. It is like taking off clothes that are too small. You thank them for their job, but you don't need them anymore. Letting go makes space for the new you to be fully present. When you live in alignment, there is a quiet power. You don't need to shout or prove things to others. Your actions speak for themselves. People can feel it when you are living your truth. It is not loud, but it is strong and steady. You stop needing approval from others. You stop needing results to feel good about yourself. You just show up and live your life because you know who you are. This clarity helps you know what to do. You don't have to guess or doubt yourself so much. Decisions become easier because they fit with your inner compass. This way of being is not always easy, but it is much clearer. It means you are living from your deepest truth, not from old fears or what others think. It is about being true to the person you are becoming. 6. Always grow more. You have done good work. You faced fear and changed your story. You started living in a new way. This is a big step, but the journey is not finished. Greatness is not a place you reach one time. It is like a road that goes on and on. It is something you do every day. Sometimes people feel good after making progress. They think, I did it. They might stop working hard. They might relax too much. This is called complacency. It means you are happy with what you have now and stop trying to improve. But stopping can be a problem. It is like a boat that stops moving. The water might push it back. When you stop growing, you can start to go back to old ways. What you built can become weak. Think about a plant. A plant needs water and sun every day to grow tall and strong. If you stop giving it water, it stops growing. Maybe it gets sick. Maybe it dies. Your growth is like that plant. It needs attention and effort all the time. Even when you feel strong, you need to keep working to stay strong. Maybe you feel a quiet voice inside you. It might say, there is more. It is a feeling that you can do more, be more, give more. This is a good feeling. It is the sign that your journey is not over. It means your potential is still big. It is calling you to keep going. Listen to this voice. It knows the way to your next level of growth. To keep growing, you must be careful. It is easy to stop pushing yourself when things are good. It feels nice to be comfortable. But comfort too long can stop your growth. You need to keep finding new challenges. You need to keep learning. You need to keep trying new things. This is how you get stronger and better. Greatness is not just about how much you achieve for yourself. It is not just about being famous or having a lot of money. True greatness is bigger than that. It is about living with purpose. It is about making a good impact on the world and on other people. It is about having integrity. Integrity means your actions match your values and your words. It means being honest and strong inside. When you think about greatness this way, you see there is always more to do. There are always ways to be more helpful, more kind, more true to yourself. The process of growing is not just for you. It helps others too. When you live from your best self, you show others what is possible for them. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up and keep growing. So do not stop when you reach a goal. See it as a step on a longer path. Keep the discipline. Guard against stopping. Listen to the inner call for more. Define greatness not just by what you get, but by who you are and how you help the world. Always grow more. 7. Help others rise. After you have worked on yourself, something changes. Your journey is not just for you anymore. The strength you found, the limits you pushed, the hard times you lived through, these things are not only yours. They can help other people too. Your growth becomes a way to help others. You can share what you learned. You don't need to talk about it like a teacher. You can show others by how you live your life. When you live your truth, when you are real, it helps other people see what is possible for them. They can start to believe that they can rise too. This is the real meaning of greatness. It is not just about what you achieve for yourself. It is about using your change to help other people. It is a simple idea. The more you give, the more you grow. When you help others, good things come back to you. Maybe not money, but peace and feeling that your life has a purpose. Your life is not just about reaching your goals now. It is about standing strong in your truth. It is about making space for others to grow too. The best use of the strength you have found is to help other people become strong. Your ideas can help someone find a faster way. Your story can give hope to someone who is having a hard time. Just being you can give courage to someone else. So, don't hold back what you have learned. Don't wait to be perfect to help people. Start now from where you are. Use what you have, be who you are. Believe that this is enough, because it is. You do not need to be at the very top to lead. You just need to be one step ahead of where you were before. You do not need a special name or a big platform. Sometimes helping starts with one conversation, one time being honest. One small brave step that shows another person what they can do. We lead best when we are real, not perfect. When we are present, not pretending we know everything. When we are not afraid to show we are still learning. When you live like this, something big happens. You stop trying to reach a place in the future. You start seeing that you are already living a life that felt far away before. It is not perfect, but it is real. You are awake. You are living fully. You are not waiting for someone else to say you are ready or powerful. You gave that power to yourself. Now you take that power with you everywhere you go. You stop asking if you belong. You start knowing that this is where you should be. This is not being proud in a bad way. This is being true to yourself. When you live like this, your old limits are not important anymore. You are not fighting them. You are busy building good things. You are focused on what you are creating. You are living in line with your vision. You do not give energy to the old ideas about yourself that held you back before. Then you see the truth. Your biggest limit was not real. It was your idea that you had to stay the same. It was being stuck on your old identity. It was feeling safe in the old stories you told yourself. It was being afraid to let go. But now you have let go. You have stopped believing the old ideas. You have stopped waiting to feel ready. You started acting like you are ready now. Greatness is not a final stop. It is a way of living every day. It is in how you live, how you treat people, how you talk to yourself. It is in choosing to keep going, not just for your goals, but to keep growing. And most important, it is in refusing to stay small, refusing to stop growing. Refusing to go back to a version of yourself that felt safe but was not the real you. You have felt what it is like to grow. You have seen past the old walls. You are not going back. You are not saying sorry for wanting more. You are not hiding your desire to grow. That desire is important. It is your inner voice telling you what you can be. Now you follow it. Not without thinking, but with focus. Not perfectly, but strongly. You walk your path not to prove you are good enough, but to show that you are good enough just by being you. You know now, you were never missing something. You were never broken. You were just not showing your full self. Today, you are done hiding. Today, you are living fully. Today, you are helping others and leading by being you. Today, you show greatness, not in the future, but now. It is in how you are, how you help, how you rise. You see now that your limits were not locked doors. They were like questions asking, how far will you go? How truly will you know yourself? How much do you want to be all you can be? Before, maybe you waited to answer. Or said someday. But now there is no someday. There is only now, not just thinking about it. Doing it, in your actions, in how you live from this day on. Your power has always been with you. You do not earn it, you use it, you live it. To use it, you do not need more information. You do not need another book. You need to be true to yourself. You need to decide. A strong decision that changes how you live every day. This decision is not about working harder. It is about living differently. From a new level, with a new standard, from the place of someone who is done waiting, done being afraid, done staying small. From the place of someone who chooses to grow, even if it is not easy, not clear, not comfortable. Because the real work is not always loud or exciting. Sometimes it is quiet, sometimes it is slow, but it is important. It honors who you are becoming. It honors the vision you have inside. It builds a strong life that does not fall down when things are hard. So now you carry that vision forward. You keep it safe. You honor it. You build your life around it. You stop letting fear control it. You stop changing it so other people feel comfortable. You stop waiting for everything to be perfect to be great. Instead, you choose to live from your greatness. Speak from it, move from it, make choices from it. It is not about where you came from. It is about where you decided to go. Every limit you pass, every old part of you you let go makes space for the person you are becoming. People will not always understand you. That is okay. You are not here for them to understand you. You are here to understand yourself, to know yourself deeply, to trust yourself fully, and to rise again and again. No matter how many times the old story tries to pull you back, because you are done living a story that was not yours. You are done hiding your fire. You are done hiding your desire to grow. You are done waiting to use your power until you feel more ready, more accepted, more comfortable. Greatness is not waiting for you somewhere else. It is here, in your next breath, in your next choice, in how you show up when it is hard, in how you come back when you make a mistake, in how you set a higher standard for yourself and keep setting it higher, not because you must, but because you know you were made for more. Now that you know this, you cannot forget it. Now that you have seen it, you cannot stop seeing it. Now that you have heard the call inside you, you cannot pretend you did not. So the only question is, what will you do now? Not tomorrow, not later. Now, because this is your life. You only have this one life. You do not get to live again as the person who was quiet, who stayed small, who lived behind walls built by fear. You get to choose every day who you are, how you live. What is important to you, and what you will not accept anymore. So choose to grow, choose to be brave, choose to live with honesty, choose to live in a way that calls your full power to come out. Choose to leave behind every story that kept you stuck. Choose to answer the call, not just with words, with action, with your life. You are not the person who lives below their potential. You are not the person who is afraid of their power. You are not the person who only dreams about what could be. You are the person who decides, the person who leads, the person who rises. 8. Choose to be great. Think about the limits you feel in your life. Maybe they are about your body, your money, your feelings, or your mind. These limits are not solid walls. They are like invitations. They invite you to become stronger. They ask you how much you want to grow. When you see a limit, it is a chance to push yourself. It is a chance to prove to yourself what you can do. Limits are not stop signs, they are chances to become more. Your ability to be great is already inside you. It is not far away. It is waiting for you to use it. To do this, you must make a strong decision. You must choose to grow and expand. This choice is very important. It means you decide not to stay small or safe. You say yes to getting bigger and better. This choice is not something you can take back easily. It means you set your own rules for your life. You decide who you are now. You claim your own power. When you make this strong choice, things that seemed impossible start to feel possible. They start to feel like they will surely happen. Being great is not a goal you reach and stop. It is something you do every day. It is like daily work for your spirit. You must work to keep your plan clear. You must work to live as the person you want to be. This is important work. It is quiet work, but it is sacred. It means you honor the picture you have for your life. You honor the new identity you are building. This daily effort keeps you going forward. It makes your chosen identity real in the world. You do not need to wait for a future time to be great. You can live from your greatness right now. What does this mean? It means you act like the great person you want to be today. Do not wait until you feel completely ready. Do not wait for everything to be perfect. Be brave now. Live with meaning now. Be the best version of yourself in this moment. Living from your greatness today helps you grow faster. It helps you build the life you want sooner. Your life belongs to you. Your choices are yours alone. You must take full ownership of everything. This means you are responsible for your wins, your mistakes, your plans, and your actions. When you own your life, you feel powerful. You stop waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. You stop saying it is someone else's fault. You decide that you are in charge. You make the choices that move you towards being great. Taking ownership is a big, important step. It means you hold your life in your own hands. Think about everything you have learned on this journey. You learned about limits, fear, and how to change your story. Now look at yourself. Is there one story you have believed about yourself for a long time? Maybe it is a story that tells you what you cannot do or that you are not good enough. After hearing that your limits are mostly stories, are you ready to change one of these stories? Which old story will you decide to leave behind today? Which story will you change so you can choose to be great?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.